What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Chu, an absolutely beautiful character, right? She is just one spunky little thing right here. So let's talk about her, right? So she is a 100% physical damage dealing character, guys. I did level up the memories as best I could, but unfortunately I just ran out of resources, ran out of cogs. So I'm still gonna have to work on leveling her up. And the beautiful thing about transcendent characters is that you can't really mess up with their memories, right? The memories that you get for these characters are always going to be exactly for the character, right? And hers are awesome, right? You know, with the 6-piece set, she gains 24% energy upon entering concentrated will, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Immediately gains one single orb of each color, casting signature. 4-piece set, the super armor of sweeping tempest lasts 2 seconds longer. So every time she's doing her orbs, guys, she gets super armor, which is awesome, and her physical damage increases by 15%. Really amazing, you know, while your super armor is up. And then a 2-piece set, you know, gives you extra physical damage, right? But you're going to have a 6-piece set on this character no matter what. I'm going to end up fully resonating these babies. I'll get her all jacked up, and I did end up getting her 6-star weapon. Now, if you're using her 5-star weapon, it's more than enough, especially if you're a free-to-play player. I'm not, you know, I do spend a little money in this game, and I do want to kind of have her level up as much as possible to help my other guild members, because in the guilds, you know, in the guild challenges, we can actually use our, you know, respective other, you know, characters, right? My guild members can use my Chu to get it done, right? So the more she's leveled up, the better score they can get, the better score that I can get, which really helps get a lot of points. So you can get, you know, rewards, so you can do better, more hyper tuning on your characters. But this is a decent weapon, you know. After casting a blue orb, you do gain physical damage by 10%, which is nice. Every time you do a blue orb, you're going to gain 10% physical damage on a 5-second cooldown. But with her 6-star weapon, obviously it's much better, because you get an increased physical damage by 20%. That's just up all the time. And then the Peacock's attack, I'm just going to call it a Peacock, frequency is by 50%. And then the Peacock gains a new skill where Curse Incarnate, the Peacock becomes a curse attached to the target, doing a lot of damage, and then exploding, doing a little bit more damage. So it's a lot better weapon, but it's not something I would really recommend for players to go ahead and get. Now, her first skill, you know, this is the skill that's going to do the most damage. Her red does the most damage, and then her yellow is kind of, it's got some wacky tracking on it, so you need to be really careful about using this, guys. And then the blue, right? It's always going to be her red and blue are going to be really the best orbs that you really want to try to prioritize, and you do even get super armor on this, right? But with her memory set, she's going to have super armor up all the time whenever you're doing her orbs, which is actually pretty nice. Now, her basic attack launches consecutive attacks with a glaive. That's her dealing, you know, a certain percentage of damage, right? And then her signature, which is awesome, costs 100% energy, calls upon the Peacock to perform a combination attack that deals a lot of damn damage. Physical damage and grants 60% sync rate. Chu enters the concentrated will state, right? So whenever she does her signature, she's going to enter the concentrated will state, and you're going to see those orbs kind of have a little circle around them, and that's when you know you're in the concentrated will state. And the Peacock will attack enemies locked on targets that take priority. So the main target, especially when you're at the lock on, for 7 seconds to deal a lot of damn damage, guys. And when the Peacock exists, you cannot use your signature move. So until the Peacock disappears is when you can actually use your signature again. So that is something to keep in mind when you're playing with her. QTE, nothing really big there, guys. And then the Vanguard passive. Everything. This is something that's pretty important, especially considering she is the second transcended character. When you're using her in your guild challenges, and this is really right now where you're going to be using this character for the most part, you can obviously use her in Pancage, you can use her in Warzone if you really want to, guys. I mean, I might end up doing a video about that later on. The problem with it is you can't set her up with a team. You can only use her with Kamu, who's a dark character. Always your elemental teams are going to be better for those game modes, but for guild challenge, she's awesome, especially with Kamu, because of this right here. Every time she is deployed, or every time you bring her in, her damage increases by almost 20%, guys, which is nutty. And then she gains a shield, which increases her survivability of maximum HP for 10 seconds. So she gains more survivability, and she gains a whole lot of damage every time you're deploying her. That is nice. And then her core passive and the Battle of the Dead Zone attack increased by 80%. And for each single orb ping gains 10 sync rate, right? So the more orbs you ping, the faster sync rate, the more sync rate you're actually going to gain, right? And the sync rate is this little bar that's at the bottom, this green bar. And yeah, once that thing fills up, then you can enter the concentrated will state. You're going to do a lot more damage that way. And yeah, you're just going to do nutty damage, guys. Enhancing orbs. Single orbs can be pinged individually. When pinged, no energy granted costs 20 sync rate and triggers a 3 ping. Concentrated will. In the concentrated will state, the sync rate goes down by 5 per second, and the concentrated will state and the enhancing orb effect once it is empty. Red concentration bashes the ground, and then yellow concentration releases a shockwave, and then the blue releases a whirlwind, right, that deals a certain amount of damage. And then our leadership, kind of similar to Kamu. Kamu's increases dark damage, her increases physical damage, and then applies all Vanguard Transcendence. Attack increases by 5%. And then if you do take her double S, which I am planning on doing, I'm actually farming for her and the shop, trying to get some shards for her, you get this extra damage by 10%, and extra damage bonus of a concentrated will increases by 5%. That's a lot of damn extra damage, guys. Very, very nice. And then if you do take her to triple S and you want to go all out, which is not something I'd recommend, gains 100% at the start of the battle. So you can enter her signature immediately and do just nutty damage, guys. Even when you take her out of the fight and you do your signature and the Peacock is attacking, the Peacock will still keep attacking while you're using your other characters. I mean, she's nuts, right? That is nutty, right? But getting this extra damage is awesome. So let's jump into Guild Challenge and let's use her a little bit and use her where I feel she's going to be the most beneficial. By the way, shout out to my buddy Shanks for beating me. Boy, you beat me by a little bit. Good job, my friend. Good job. I might have to try to beat you up on that one. So we're going to use these two characters right here, guys. And this is why having Chu is actually really awesome, especially if you already have Kamu, because you can just go back and forth between these characters, do the signatures over and over and over. She's always going to get a heal and get that extra damage every time you're tagging her in, right? And literally, when you face this boss, you're just going back and forth, pinging the living hell out of their orbs to do the most damage possible. Now, I'm doing this off the cuff. All right. So you see we enter concentrated will, right? Okay. We'll hit our signature, and then we can just start plowing. Okay, and then now we're bringing in Kamu, right? And this is how you guys want to play this, man. You really want to bring in these characters as much as possible. Kamu, when he enters his signature, he's completely... Okay, she's already entered the concentrated state. Okay. There we go. We're in the concentrated state, in our signature. And we just start pinging the loving hell out of our orbs. Okay, then we bring in Kamu. We start doing our signature with him. I mean, as I'm talking, guys, it's really not the easiest to sit and chat while I'm playing this. And there we go. Hit our signature, there we go, and start plowing away. There we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Murder time, my friends, murder time. I kind of screwed up there because we actually entered the Matrix a little earlier than what we wanted to. There we go, nice. Every time we do that signature, that Peacock is in there, right? Okay, we'll bring in Kamu here. There we go, nice. We go in that signature. Oh yeah, come on now, let's murder this heifer. Okay. Enter that signature, guys. We want to get that Peacock out there. Now you can, like, her movement speed increases tremendously. Okay. Come on now. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I don't think this is the best run. I don't think I'm going to beat my score, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I mean, we're trying, right? Nice, nice. Signature ready to go. Remember, whenever you do 2-3 pings, you'll enter the concentrated state. There we go. There we go, there we go. Not the best run, guys. Pretty sure I didn't beat my score. But that's pretty much how you want to approach it. Yeah, we didn't beat our score. Yeah, I mean, I got 320,000 before, but that's pretty much what you're trying to do, right? You're just going back and forth between them, and that's really the way Chu plays, right? As soon as you bring her in, you want to do a 3-ping, right? And you want to try, once you do 2-3 pings, you're going to enter the concentrated state, right? Where those orbs are kind of highlighted. Start spamming the living hell out of those things, and then, you know, whenever your signature is available, hit your signature and then just start spamming them again, right? And then once those things finish, switch to Kamu, start running through his skills, using him, all right? And you'll put up some pretty damn amazing scores in the guild challenges, guys. I mean, she really is awesome, super, super fun character to play. Love her to death, and she's just totally beautiful. What a gorgeous character. Major, major waifu, guys. And I'm considering buying this one here, but I actually like this outfit right here. I just like the long hair hanging out. I just think she looks a lot nicer in my opinion. I love the like emerald green look. That's just my opinion, but this is a really beautiful skin, so it is worth considering. But there's another skin that's going to come in the future. It's going to be a ways from now, but I'm actually looking more forward to that. If any of you know what I'm talking about, let me know down in the comments down below. So guys, let me know what you think about Chu, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. Junior+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.